I think all my speakers are in. Homo? Okay, just a second. Hi, Homo. Unmute yourself. You look good.
Dawood, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, man. And same to you, man.
Yeah,
You
and
are our newest
you look
MVP.
yeah, it's a big celebration for the community. I mean, getting the good news about you and I the same day was just something really amazing. People really liked it, and I'm sure people are really inspired.
Sure.
Hi Rita, how are you?
Hi Dawood,
I
I'm
think
fine.
Rita is also on the stream. Oh, yeah, Rita, you can unmute yourself. Okay, let me add all of them so that we get the amazing lineup before we start everything. Hi, Hermantika.
Hi, Dawood.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi, Gomo. Hi, Rita.
Hi, Hermantika.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Faisal.
Now just Tejas is left. We'll wait for him to join.
Okay. That was a bit from my end and not your ends. But all of you are on the screen. Hi, Faizan, Hermantika, Rita. Can you all say hi? Let me hear you out.
Hi, Dawood.
Oh,
hi.
Yeah, amazing. You all are up for the stream today, and I'm really excited to hear what exactly you're about to discuss. Faizan, would you start by telling the audience what we should expect today?
Okay, so we are going to today see, as you might have seen the posters, that today's session is titled Mixed Reality in Power Apps. So as we know, Power Apps is known for less code and more power. And up till now, many of us, if we have been tried developing an AR or MR application through Unity, it might have taken like lot of time, like hours and hours of time to develop an app. But today we'll show how it's easy using Power Apps. So I guess that will do today. We'll create something useful and we'll show that how you can use it in real life.
Okay,
and
that's actually amazing to hear. Amazing. That's really good to hear. So Tejus, am I getting your name right? You can unmute yourself and then let's ask you a couple of questions. Yep,
Yeah.
you are on. You are live. You are live.
Yeah, I can listen.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay. And in the chat, our audience, you should know that today we are using a different streaming method. We are streaming on YouTube and we are streaming on Facebook, and this is really new to all of us. I mean, I have tested it a bit, but it just beats me at the beginning a bit. But it's okay. It's fine. I mean, it's just like my code not working. Okay. And in the chat, yeah. So Homo, I think we are just going to begin with you, and I'll give you the flow so that you speak to the audience. Whilst I put our fellow behind the scene.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So Homo, just get ready. Let me put Rita and Tijus behind the scene, and then I get you the flow. You can share your screen as well.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So I will leave two of you here, and Homo, you can share your screen. Let me see how things go. Awesome. Okay, I think I have one screen showing, so I'll just remove that screen and then look for Homo's screen and share that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, sure.
Just let me know when we are ready.
Cool, cool.
Okay, once I have your screen, I'll put it on the stream for people to see.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So we have Homo screen on here. Yeah, Homo, I think your screen is live and people can hear you.
Okay, so am I
Okay.
good to
Yeah.
go?
So absolutely. So I'm just gonna play one more of our video, and then we will get started. All right.
Okay, cool. Sure.
Okay, welcome back. That was just for a short break. I won't waste much time again. Homo, over to you to take up the show.
Okay, cool. So can everyone hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So hello everyone and welcome to the session. My name is Khomelemo and some of you may know me, but for those of you who don't, I am a former Gold Microsoft student partner who now represents Microsoft as a product program manager, leading advocacy for students for the Power Platform. I will just briefly talk about my role and what I plan to achieve a little later on. But for now, in the interest of time, because I know that you're all actually here to see all the beautiful demos, I would like to jump straight into the talk of the day. Less Code, More Power is a movement created at Microsoft and made popular by Donna Sarkar, Brian Dang, and other members of the Power Platform family. But what exactly does it mean? When the tools for problem solving involve less code, little to no background in computer science, then more people can participate. As tech ambassadors, we go out and share our technical knowledge with as many people as we can. But our audience can sometimes be limited to a select few due to the content requiring a certain level of expertise and understanding. So if the prerequisites for learning how to code are less, the power of being able to create solutions can be shared with people across a variety of different fields and expertise. As Brian said it, less code, more power is an inclusive message. So how exactly is Microsoft trying to push this message forward? With the Power Platform, this platform is empowering millions of people, both technical and non-technical, to achieve more power with less code. Microsoft recognizes that there are not enough coders and data scientists and all-round quote-unquote tech professionals to go around in the world. So their goal was to build a platform targeting not only these technology experts, but also the millions of other frontline workers who see opportunities every day to create something better than the status quo. But due to a lack of expertise in the tech industry, they have never been empowered to do anything about it. The Power Platform implements this vision via the cloud-based services Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents. However, the focus of today is Power Apps, right? Power Apps is our low-code application development platform, allowing anyone to build web and mobile apps without writing code. The natural connection between Power Apps and the rest of the platform makes it effortless to put insights into the hands of maintenance workers, teachers, miners, and others on the front line. In tailored and often um, task-specific apps that supercharge your productivity and make your work perhaps a little less tedious. Power Apps connects to hundreds of business systems and databases, making it easy to connect workers with the existing processes and data that makes your businesses tick. And all of the data captured in Power Apps can make its way right back to those very systems for further analysis using tools such as Power BI, creating a closed loop process for continuous improvement. So, for a quick refresher of what I've just said, Power Apps is all about providing a low-code way to rapidly build apps for mobile and the web. We make it easy to connect your existing data with plenty of pre-built connectors, as well as the built-in common data service. All of this speed does not compromise on power though, because Power Apps is all about strong enterprise governance and security, and has a bunch of professional developer hooks. Apps that are built using Power Apps provide rich business logic and workflow capabilities to transform your manual business process. Building experiences using Power Apps allows people to create code in a way that is easy to use and easy to maintain, and it allows people to build feature-rich apps without writing any code. Now, swiftly moving along, let's talk about mixed reality or MR. What exactly is MR, and why is it such an existing or an exciting technology to use? To put it simply, MR, which is also known as hybrid reality, is the combination of real and virtual environments to create new visualizations where real life objects and people coexist and interact with devices, with creatures, and landscapes in the digital world. Unlike virtual reality, MR allows users to seamlessly navigate through both the virtual and the real worlds at the same time. This provides an inclusive um, interface for users when creating these types of apps. So basically, virtual elements are superimposed onto the real world environment, making interactions with these basic objects seem very real. Now, a question that might be on most of your minds is, how can I build applications using MR? And if so, what do I need to know? What tools do I need to have? What about the learning process? Is it long? Is it tedious? Should I even start now? Well, guess what? I've got a bit of news for you, because remember that Power Apps thing that I was talking about earlier on and how easy it is to build applications with minimal code? Well, introducing mixed reality inside of Power Apps. Roll credits. Power Apps now has mixed reality capabilities. With these new features, Power Apps is one of the first low-code, no-code platforms that makes it possible for everyone to build mixed reality apps without any technical expertise. Many companies today are investing millions of dollars to build mixed reality apps for their businesses. These investments require the recruitment of highly specialized developers working tremendous hours to create these apps. These days, our own smartphones have augmented reality features, which means that we all have the power to leverage this technology to extend our Power Apps with the ease of drag and drop technology. From students to professionals, the entire workforce spectrum can start to digitize workflows in physical spaces in new and creative ways using tools that they're already familiar with, like the Power Platform. So what can we do with mixed reality in Power Apps? Mixed reality is expected to be pitched as a gaming platform because, but the issue with that is it would be a very big mistake to dismiss MR as just a gaming platform. The technology has already been incorporated right now into different applications in a wide variety of industries, including arts, entertainment, manufacturing, healthcare, and so on. So here is what is possible with MR in Power Apps. For starters, you can start validating fits in your physical spaces. When you are working in the real world, you need to understand your physical space. Now, in Power Apps, you will be able to use 3D models to find out if a pathway is large enough, or if a product will fit, or how placement might impact your line of sight. You can also use MR in Power Apps to easily take measurements of physical spaces by using linear or volumetric measurements, which show up on your screen as you measure. And these measurements can be used to kickstart another process, or you can even move them to your data source. Now, imagine a mixed reality online clothing store where you can use your phone to visualize yourself wearing the clothes before you even make a purchase. To utilize this feature in Power Apps, you have to make use of 3D models, which you can download from various sources, or you can even create them on your own. Like what you see in this picture, a 3D model of a forklift is being used to see how it'll fit in a certain physical space. But you may not always have access to 3D models. Power Apps also allows you to incorporate JPEGs or PNG to represent an image in the real world, helping you to visualize how a product or size might fit into an existing physical space. Now, with today's session in motion, I just want to quickly highlight our plans for the next couple of months. Like I said, I lead advocacy for students for the Power Platform at Microsoft. And what we want to do is we want to coordinate with the Microsoft Student Ambassador Program Management team to manage a league of Power Platform students who will help upskill other college students in their communities. We will be tracking metrics around this league with the goal of having up to 1,000 Power Platform student advocates, upskilling up to 100,000 students worldwide. So if you want to be part of this league, you can message me on Twitter, and I will be announcing further news on the MSP team's channels, as well as on various social media. There are so many other cool things that we are planning. However, I can't get to all of them now, but rest assured, we are all very excited about this venture. Now, Donna would kill me if I didn't assign some homework for you guys. So if you are new to the Power Platform and you want to get started, you can go to aka.ms Power Up, where you will be led to a learning path on Microsoft Learn, which will take you through the first steps of building a Power App. But if you're a little bit more advanced and you want to dwell a bit deeper, then you can visit aka.ms/Power Academy, and you'll be greeted with a generous helping of resources that will give you deeper knowledge into building with Power Apps. You can also tweet me or Donna or Joe about your progress as well. Just before I go, blast. So thank you all for listening to me ramble on and on about the Power Platform. I will be sticking around for some Q&A at the very end of the session. So be sure to follow me on all social networks, and without wasting any further time, I think we should go on to the demos.
Amazing. I mean, who doesn't like it when Homo presents, right? Everyone likes it. You nailed it, bro. So today we'll be having some cool folks to do the demo as Homo has introduced them, and I love your presentation and everything, Homo. No doubts about it. So we will just throw more questions at you. We'll throw the questions at you. So please, let me just invite in Faizan on the screen. So we have Hymantika here and Faizan. Hi, Faizan. What are we supposed to expect?
So yeah, as Gomo mentioned, how mixed reality is trying to change, make an impact in the world. And Microsoft is investing a lot of tech in that. It has its own device, HoloLens for it. But if we go through that way, it takes a lot of time. And if we have to just build a mobile application, as mobiles
Right.
are more in use of now, so we will why not try Power Apps instead to build those stuff. So
Sure.
now Gomo has ended with those theories. Now we'll show you some demo. So and as Gomo said, he's going to be up till the end for Q&A section. So just save your questions or type it in chats. From someone from team will keep it, and we'll try to answer in the Q&A section at the end of this demo.
Sure.
Okay,
Amazing.
so
Yeah.
I guess we are good to go for a demo now.
Yeah, just before you go ahead, let me give a big shout out to our audience in the chat. We so much appreciate you always joining us on Saturday and sharing positivity, inspiring people across the globe. Today, we are not only live on YouTube, but we are also on Facebook, and it's the same MSInspir. Please check it out, and then you can watch from your comfort zone. So, for example, do I need to pull Teju's in, or you begin first?
I would ask you to introduce to get in Tejas here.
Yeah. So please, Tejus, I know you are in the chat. Please say hi in the private chat, and then let me get you to the screen. But for now, let's get your screen shared, Faizan. Let's get your screen shared.
Yeah,
For those,
I'm up.
for those of you that are joining us for the first time, this is what we do always to inspire people. Just a second, 6 seconds video here for you.
Okay, so hello everyone. This is Tejas, and today, as we are going to have a session on Power Apps, and for those, we need to set up some basics thing like we need to have some 3D models, and we need to convert them, and we need to have them online somewhere in some GitHub repository so that we can use them directly in our Power application. And for that, we recommend three the most basic sites. Like you can use the alternatives of them, but we have three basic sites like Sketchfab and GLB Packer Glitch and GitHub. So why are we using this? Sketchfab is used for wait a minute. Sketchfab is used for downloading some awesome 3D models for free. Yeah, so then you can use them in MR to augment them. And for that, you just need to download any one of them from here. Like you can click and download this. And whenever you are downloading the 3D model, it will be in GLTF format. Mostly it is in GLTF format. So if you want to convert them in, you need a GLB format. GLB is the uh, default extension for the Power Apps. So what you need to do, you just need to drag and drop here. Like I have my little kitten, and if I just drag and drop here, I'm downloading an output in the GLB format. Yeah, so I've downloaded a Sketchfab 3D model from there in the GLTF format, and now because Power Apps only uses GLB format, we have to convert that in GLB format. So if you have any other model like OBJ or 3D Max or anything else, Blend, you have to convert that. And if you are downloading directly from Sketchfab, you will get in GLTF format, and then you can directly convert this from. After downloading that, you have to put that in any GitHub repository. Like for me, it's in my GitHub repository called as mr in Power Apps. And here we are having few GLP format 3D models like chair and all that. And now for copying and using the GLB format, what you need to do, you have to copy the link. github.com, Tejas Varbudher, that's my username, and MR in Power Apps, that's my repo name, and blob master and this is my 3D modeling chair1.glb. So what we need to do, we have to do some edits in this because Power Apps do not directly uses the GitHub link as in their augmenting project 3D models. So what you need to do first is make sure the repository that you are using in Power Apps should be public. It should not be private. Otherwise, Power Apps application will not be able to use it. So what you need to change in this link is first you need to remove the blob, then second you need to replace www.github.com to raw.githubusercontent.com, and then your link should look like this: https://raw.githubusercontent.com, and username, repo name, master, there should not be blob, yeah, master, and your 3D model name, and this link can be used in your GitHub repo. Okay, so now I think Faizan, you can take over from here, and that's all from me today. And Faizan,
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Tejas, for showing us the theoretical part of how to get started with Power Apps and how to get started with basically what we are going to show today, mixed reality in Power Apps. So let me just go and share my screen here.
I cannot see your screen. It's yeah, I now I can. Uh,
Okay, great. Okay, so what we are going to do now is now we will start making our Power App. So just use any browser. I'm using Edge browser here. So what you need to do is just go to make.powerapps.com, and if you are logged in, so it will redirect you to the home page, else it will ask you to sign in through your organization account. So this is the home page which you will get here. So what we are going to do now is we are going to create a new app. So for that you click on create and let it create, and here there are three options, the type of which type of app you need to make. So we are going to choose canvas app from blank, as we are building the app from scratch. And this is the beauty of Power Apps, it gives you the format to choose, which format do you need to build for a tablet or a phone. As we are building here for a phone, so we'll choose phone here, and we'll just give any name to our app. So today what we are going to show is we are going to show objects from 3D objects from A to Z. So let's just give a name, A to Z objects. Do then objects, and I'll select phone and just click on create, and just let it load. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you from where we are restoring our resources. So I will be storing all the 3D models from my GitHub repository, as there are many other options to OneDrive, uh, Dropbox, and others, but we are going to choose GitHub repository. So let me just go to my repository where I have uploaded all my 3D assets. So this is the repository Power Apps MR. So here you will find all 3D objects from A to Z. So, and if you find any better version of this 3D format, so you can just do a pull request, and I'll just accept it. So let's just build this repository as good as possible. So let's go back to our app. So yeah, so here you get a welcome note, so where it shows welcome to the Power App Studio. So this is a welcome where there are many options: create a form, create a gallery, take an interactive tool. But now for now you can skip it, because I will be your guide here. I will be giving you this tool. So let's just skip this for now, and this is your blank screen. Now there are many other things in Power Apps. For that you can check other videos where Hemantika has showed many other features of Power Apps. So it is there on this MSInspir channel. So today we'll be focusing only on mixed reality features. So for that, it's mixed reality feature is still in preview. So for that, what you need to do is you will have to enable it. So it's for preview, but it's out for public preview. So it's disabled by default. So what you need to do is you need to go in settings and enable it. So go in settings. After click on file, go in settings, then click on advanced settings and scroll down here, and in the very bottom you'll find mixed reality features, which is disabled by default. Just need to click on it to enable it. So now it's enabled, and now I can use mixed reality features in my application. So let's go back. Now I am on my home screen. So what I'm going to do is I'll be showing you how to build sorry, view in 3D, and view in mixed reality will be covered by Tejas. So what we'll be doing is we will just show a number of rows where each letter will be shown and the corresponding object will be shown, corresponding image of corresponding object, and and when you click on the section on the row, will be redirected to another app where you can show, where you will see the 3D model of that particular thing. So what we are going to do is we'll import a gallery here. So gallery basically gives you the format for which format you need or which form of rows you need. So I'll just choose this vertical format where there will be pre-filled dummy rows. So what I'm going to do is I'll just expand it so that it covers my whole screen for now. All right, so what you are seeing is now, so there's a dummy source given to this. So there are various options you can give source to this. So there are OneDrive, there is Dropbox, and Excel sheet. There are many others. So what we are going to do here is we have stored everything in our Excel sheet. So let me just show you our Excel sheet where we have done all these things. So let me just get back. All right, can you see my Excel sheet, Tejas?
No, sorry, Faizan, I can't. Can you reshare it? Yeah, now I can. Yep.
Oh, great. So this is the Excel sheet where we have stored all the data here. So as you can see, the table name is all fruits, and there are 5 columns here. So of which 4 we have built, and the 5th column gets automatically added. So we'll tell you in a bit how. So the first column is of letter. So basically the letter of which object we are showing. Then this is the image. So this is the 2D image of the object that we are showing. So suppose if we are taking letter A, so and we are giving its product name as Apple. So this will be the image of Apple. Then the next column is product name, where we'll display the products, and then the link of 3D model in GLB format. And as they just showed you how to edit a source from GitHub, so I've edited in the similar format, raw.github-user-content.com, and there's no blob in this link. PLOB blob, no, there's no blob in this link. So this is the link of 3D model. And the 5th column, PowerApps ID, it gets automatically added as soon as you connect this Excel sheet to your PowerApps. So we have already done that. So it's showing that by default. But if you want it, so you won't see it. So just don't get worried if you can't see it. It will automatically come there when you will see it. So let me just go back to our Power Apps and continue building our app. All right, Tejas, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen, Power App screen. Yep.
Awesome.
You can go. Yep.
Okay, so what we are going to do is attach that particular Excel sheet here. So let me just click on the gallery, and you can see this data source here. So what you have to do is click on item, this drop down, so it will give you from where all you can connect your data. So we are going to choose connector, and as I have stored that on my OneDrive, so I'll just click on OneDrive for business, and it will show the OneDrive which is associated with this account. And let me just it will just show all of the Excel file available in the particular in your OneDrive. So the name of that Excel sheet was A to Z XLX. So I'll just click on it so that it gets chosen. Now Excel sheet can have various tables. So as in the Excel sheet we have only one table, so it will just show all of the table names here. So the table name which we want here is all fruits. So let me just go and click on that. When I click on that and click on connect, so basically the whole table will get connected and it will take some time. So let us just let it load. All right, so now here you can see there is some flip-flop in the fields here. So we need to edit that. So what first I'll do is first I will edit this button, which is no more needed. And just I will just reduce its size a bit, because what the format we are going to follow is here the image, it's in correct position, and in this field we are supposed to display the letter, and in this particular field it's supposed to display the object. So let me just make it a bit bigger and make this a bit smaller. Yeah, so as you can see, if I edit in any one of this row, it automatically gets edited in all of these rows. So what I'm going to do is now edit our field. So you can see the fields column here, and if you can't see, so just click on gallery. So and this you'll get this drop down here. So just click on we'll search for fields, click on edit, and here you can see the various fields available here, the rows available here. So in place of image, its image is correct, and in the subtitle one, so basically what is my subtitle is this one where I need my object to be displayed. So I'll just click on it, and yeah, product name. So my column name is product name, and actually there's a space in between, so that's why you saw that weird X0020. And the next is title one. So what I need in place of my title is the letter itself. So just click on letter, and there you go, perfect. So if you this is all to go now. So this is all the A to Z objects you can see here. But what we now need to do is when you click on this particular row, it should redirect you to another screen where you can see the particular 3D model. Why another screen we are using here? Because when you see 3D model in small rows, then you can't see that effectively, that 3D model. So it will show you to show it in its original form. So to show it effectively, it's not that of original form, sorry for that, but to show it more effectively, we are going to use another screen. So let me just go here and insert a new screen, new blank screen. And what I'm going to do here is, as I need to insert a 3D model here, so I'll just go in media and select view in 3D. So it will just get me a view in 3D model here, which is selected, which will be feeded a dummy source. So as you can see the cube here, it's pretty nice cube. Let me just make it bigger so that you can see much more bigger image. Just okay, 3D model, sorry. All right, so now 3D mode. Now what we need to do is, whenever you click on a particular field in the screen on this row, you get redirected to the screen, and the particular 3D model is displayed here. So what we are going to do is, we are going to just when if you click on this field now, nothing will happen. So let me just change its on select field. As you can see, it's currently false. So let me just make it that whenever you click on this field, so you should get redirected to my screen 2. So let me just navigate it to screen 2, and next parameter is the transition you prefer. So I prefer fade transition. So yeah, good. So if you click on this row now, you'll be redirected to the screen. All right, so we are good to go. Now what we need to do is, when we click on this particular field, we need to take the URL we don't need to just go on the screen. We need to take the URL of this particular 3D model and display and give it to screen 2. So what I'm going to do is, whenever you click on this, we are going to store it in a particular variable. So for that we're going to use set variable, and here you get this is the beauty of Power Apps. You get here auto fill fields and the info bar here. So first you need to fill a variable. So let me just rename my variable uh, model, any random name, and then which value should be given to that variable. So I need my 3D model URL. As you might have checked in the particular Excel sheet, the column name was 3D model. So if you need to access any particular column in Excel file, so you need to just do this item dot column name. All right, so let me just make it syntactically correct, and yeah, we are good to go. And if you click on the screen, so basically you will just get navigated to screen 2, and nothing will be displayed here, no model will be displayed here. We need to set the source of that to that particular variable. So let me just make it give it the name of the variable which we used there. We used it as model, so let me just give it the src field as model. And yeah, this is a preview version, so this is like an editor. That's the reason you're seeing an empty source. So let me just run it for you. And before, okay, all right, so let me just run it for you, show why was it displaying particular source. All right, so this is my Power App. So this is the what you are seeing, the how will your Power Apps look. So these are all A to Z 3D models. So and these are particular rows. So, and I have left the space here intentionally. These will be covering view and MR there. So let me just click on this, and as soon as you click on the row, you'll be redirected to the screen 2, and you'll get a 3D model there. There you go. You can see the 3D model of Apple. You can rotate it, and all right. So here we are stuck. There's no button for going back. So let me just close this. And as you might have understood why we got an empty source here and why we are not getting now, the reason was when I created this 3D model, when I added the 3D model here, so basically it was not getting which source to display there, which 3D model to display there. But when I opened it in my when I previewed it, so just so it got that it should display the 3D model of Apple. So let me just go there, and just to make it more user friendly, I'll just add a back button here so that you don't need to close the app to view other models here. So let me just go and insert button, and yeah, I'll add it here, make it close, and just display the text on back. You can make your button more fancy, but we are just running short out of time, so I'll just keep in as text. You can insert any icon, any image. You can also edit the color. You can also edit various themes here. So for more knowing about Power Apps, you can check out the documentation of Power Apps or refer to other sessions of Hemantika. Alright, so what I need to do is when I click on this button, as you can see on select now, it's given false, but I need to redirect it to my screen 1. So what I'll do is just add it navigate. Where should I navigate it to? Screen 1. Right, that's it. You're good to go. And if you click on this back button, you will be redirected to the screen 1. So let's just test our Power Apps. Alright, so this is the Power App section, and it's all A to Z 3D model list here. So let me just click again on Apple. So it takes some time to load. Let it just load, and there you go. You can see the 3D model of Apple. Alright, so let me just go back again. Alright, so here we are on screen 1, and let me just show you another 3D model so that you think it's loading from the Excel sheet. Click jacket, J for jacket, and let it load. All right, so you got a model 3D model of jacket here, which you can just see from it anyway. You can also see it's inside, but we don't do it here, so let it keep simple. And just to show you that we are loading it from our the GitHub repository or Excel sheet, so let me just go here and I'll just show it. As you can see here in the source file is jacket.clv, which I cannot edit now because I've already set it to the column from Excel sheet. So as you might have seen in the Excel sheet, there was a column 3D model. In that column, if you check the source file of jacket, so this is the jacket. I'll show you it in my GitHub repository too, and this is my GitHub repository, and you can see jacket.clv. So from here, it's getting loaded into Power Apps. All right, so this is pretty much, you can just design it or make it more fancy in your way, and you just make it screen. And as I said that I have kept the space here intentionally more space here so that pages will cover up the view and MR section here. Okay, so this was view in 3D, and I hope you liked it. Alright, so now I'll be giving control to Tejas. Tejas will show you view in mixed reality in the same button.
Isn't that just amazing that we have created such an app? And now let me show you the real magic. Yeah. So what we have to do, as we have selected, we have clicked on in the radio button of mixed reality. Now what we can do is we can use this mixed reality feature. And when I click on it, I can choose different option, and what I'm going to show is view in MR and view shape in MR and measure in MR will be covered from Rita and Himantika. So view in MR, and it's loading, and now you can see I can use the view in MR feature. And what I need to do, I need to put this feature in gallery. So I will just cut it from here and paste it here. So it will take a bit, and now we can see every gallery, every title has a view in MR feature. So let us resize it. Let's resize it. Sorry. Yeah. So what I can do, as Faizan told you, that you can change its icon or text or background color. I'm showing you a simple modification that's you can change it from icon text to icon only, and you can also change it to text, but we are using an icon. So now what we have to do, as we have used the 3D model feature and we have created a second screen, but view in MR comes with a predefined screen, you can say, where you don't have to create this screen. So here what I can do, in the source field I can type this item dot 3D model. This item.3D model as its source. So whenever I will click it, the source of the MR feature will get as of our Excel sheet 3D model list. As you have seen, there was a column of 3D model where all the raw.github user.content was stored, like we have used in 3D feature here. We will also use the same feature as an our view in MR app. So what will happen whenever I will click on this button, it will redirect me to a screen where I will be using my camera, and that it to scan a surface and augment your 3D model. So now, since we are making this in desktop and laptop, I can't use to play as with my camera. So what I have to do, I have to build this in my device, mobile device, and then I have to use it. So for that we have recorded the screen, And Faizan, can you share this PPT?
Yeah, let me just load it for you.
Okay, so here is our app that you will be using. Like whenever you have to view the 3D model in MR, what you need to do, you need to open the app in your mobile device, then you need to click like I'm using the furniture, and now it will ask to scan your room. And now as the workspace is pre-built by the Power App, you can just use this screen to scan the surface like I'm using it, and it will show you to tap where you have to put your 3D model, and you, as you can see here, it was the furniture, and that was a simple use case of our view in 3D, view in MR application. And isn't that just amazing that you can use that in school? Think what a school can do with us with this feature to teach their students. And this is just amazing. Power Apps, you can, it just took 10 minutes to make this app. I think Hemantika can take over. And so Hemantika, just
Okay, Rita, I think it's your screen. So maybe you can start it.
Okay, thank you. So,
Yeah.
hi everyone. Today I'll be showing you all how to view shapes in mixed reality. So, what's the view shape component about? So, it's about like it enables you to place a cube in your space and see how it will fit. So, with this view shape component, you can be able to use your phone camera to overlay a cube, set the height, the width, the depth, and the unit of measurement that you want for your cube and see how it will fit in a particular space. So I'll be building it from scratch just to show you all how it's done in Power Apps. So first of all, I would create a new screen. That's a blank screen. Okay, so after that, I would find my view shape component. I'll click on mixed reality, click on view shape in MR, and yeah, here's the button. So with this button, the user can click on it and it will be able to overlay a cube for the user. But what if the user wants a dynamic width, height, and depth for the cube? We want to be able to enable the user set the width, the height, and the depth for the cube. So I'll just also add an input button to enable the user to set the width, the height, and the depth for the cube. So this, I would give it number. So I would name it, sorry, trying to move this. Name it the width. Okay. Give it a default, just give it 1. Then also, I would also set the height and the depth input box to enable the user to set the height and depth for the cube as well. So this I'll name it height, and do the same thing for depth. Also want to enable the user to set the kind of measurements he or she wants for the cube. It could be meters, centimeters, feet. So for this scenario, I would make use of a drop down. So the user will be able to pick any measurement that he or she wants. So place it here, name it unit. For the drop, okay, sorry. Okay, so for the drop down, I want to, according to the cube components, the units of measurements are centimeters, feet, inches, meters. So I want to enable the user to choose between either centimeters, feet, inches, or meters. So first of all, I'll place my cursor on the drop down and set it to have those, set the function to have those units of measurement. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, my screen. Sorry, those are supposed to be presented as strings. So
You are making it seem like Power Apps is really easy. Is it really easy?
yes, it is. It just abstracts everything that in normal development is going to take a lot of time. Power Apps makes everything very easy, and you just spend less time working on a feature.
Amazing. I like the way you guys are working together. And sorry for using guys, you folks are working together because I see Hemantika in the chat answering every question, and then you there showing us what exactly they can achieve. That's really amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so for the drop down, I've set it so the user can be able to choose between meters, centimeters, feet, and inches. And also, to enable the user, to enable the dimension that the user sets to reflect on the cube, you have to let the cube know that, okay, it's going to get input from the user. So to do that, you just place your cursor on the cube and set the shape depth to be the name of the text input that you use for depth. We'll use depth as a name, so we'll set it. And yes, that should work. We also set the width to reflect that as well. So I will set the height to also it is basically telling the cube to use the input entered by the user. And also set the unit of measurement. So so that's going to be units of measurement. Vector text. But value. So this is telling the cube that we're making use of a drop down. So whatever the user selects in the drop down as the value, that should be what the cube should use as its unit of measurement. So if the user selects meters, the cube should use meters as its units of measurement. So yeah, this is basically all there is to viewing shapes in Power Apps. So I'll just show a simple demo to illustrate how this all plays out. So, you know, can you all see the PowerPoint slide?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'll just print. Okay, as you can see, the user is setting the height, the width, the depth, and the unit of measurement is centimeters. So when you click on the button, it would ask you to place your cube. As you can see, the cube, you can see the cube where you placed it on the screen. So that's all there is to viewing shapes in Power Apps. Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
Rita, yeah, Dauda is here. So I
Yeah.
will. So let me just start with showing the measurements in MR. And so let's just
Yeah.
let me just start showing my
Yes. Go
screen.
ahead and share your screen so I can pick it. Okay. So, all right. I think I have you on screen now. Your screen is
Yeah.
sharing.
So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Rita and Faizan have already showed us about the viewing in 3D and also viewing the shape in 3D. So, also viewing in MR. So, before that, I would say that there are four things that we can do with mixed reality. That is viewing the shapes in 3D, viewing those in MR, and then viewing the shape in MR, and we can also measure in MR. So the screen that you see here is measuring in MR. So from where did I get this? So for that, let me just quickly create a screen and show how the entire thing is done. Okay, so from mixed reality, I'll go to measure in MR. Yeah, so I can see that it is available here and measure in MR. So where can we use that? So this mixed reality feature can be used, like Gomo had already mentioned, that we can view it maybe for if we have an apparel store where we want to like see how the clothes look, or maybe if we have a furniture store where we want to see how the furniture looks at our house. So this is where the mixed reality feature comes quite handy. And now for measuring MR, suppose I want my chair to be in a particular area and I need to keep all the measurements clear. Or maybe I want to or maybe I want to give the shopkeepers my measurements so that they can show me the perfect fit. This is where measure in MR comes to use. So as you can see that I have pulled in this measure in MR feature from under mixed reality measure in MR. And now let's see how we can display all the measurements on screen. So for that, we'll go to gallery, and then we can choose a vertical gallery or maybe a blank gallery. So let me just choose a blank gallery. And here on the function bar, I'll write measure in MR2, since I have two measurement screens, and when I give a dot, it shows everything that can be fetched from this. So I need measurements, detailed measurements. So I'll click on measurements detailed. Yeah. So now that I have measurement details, so now next I'll go to this fields and I will need to add the fields measurements details. At present, it is having a connecting issue, but let me just quickly move back to my screen and show you how I did all these. So here that you can see, it is a data table. This data table from measurements.details, I had gone to fields, and here from adding the field, I had chosen which all fields to add. So I had added height, path length, and the unit. So let's see how the entire thing works by showing a demo. Can you see my presentation now? So let's see how this works. The lines that we are drawing, it is recording all the measurements, and all the measurements are being shown here. So this is how we can simply use the measure in MR feature and can use it in our Power Apps. So I hope you had you had fun watching this. Next.
Okay, so hello everyone. Hello. So
Hello.
we are back, and without any further ado, I'll just give it to Faizan. Hey Faizan.
Yeah, hi Sundar.
Hello.
So yeah, Daud had to leave, and so instead of Daud, Sundar has joined here. So thanks, Sundar. And you can see the new thing that we are here with. So it's
This
a
is the
new feature of
Microsoft Teams
Microsoft
Together
Teams
mode.
released.
Together mode, yeah.
Yeah, together mode. So as you can see, we are sitting at different places, but virtually we can sit in the same room. So this is really cool. All right, moving to the agenda of today's session. So we can, I think we can now have, like, we are sitting together, so we can have a chat. So we'll just cover some of the sections from the comments, and we'll also ask some questions to Gomo. All right, so the first thing I would like to ask you, Gomo, is, so like this was your first session after being a Microsoft employee, not as a Microsoft student partner. So how was your experience here, being the guest speaker here?
Oh yeah. So can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So I previously had a background being a .NET dev, and that was kind of my thing. But I've always had this passion for helping people to leverage the power of technology to make their lives easier. So when I got introduced to the concepts of Power Apps to do just this, it opened my perspective, because not only will I be able to empower people with technical abilities, but also people who have no experience in tech, in computer science, in coding, and it really opens up the spectrum of the amount of people you can influence and inspire. Because with Power Apps, like I am said in that session, it allows anyone to be able to create solutions that that empower you and your company. So when I started using Power Apps, I think I was watching the session with Dawood and Brian and Salman from a few months back, and it kind of gave me this the same impression, where I was doing things that would have taken me days or weeks in normal .NET and normal coding, and it shocked me how much power this platform has. Right?
Yeah.
Excuse the pun. So I wanted that experience to be shared with as many people as possible, and that is why I occupy the role that I do now, so that many people can use Power Apps to have those experiences.
Yeah, awesome. So your journey has been like really inspiring to not only student partners, but it is inspiring to all of the students out there watching the session. Okay,
Right.
so
Thank
yeah,
you.
so can you tell me your experience with Power Apps, like the apps which you have built up till now, some real time, or and then continuing to that question, then can you give like what Power Apps can be extended up till to make something in real time? So
Sorry,
this
I
is an
did.
application of Power Apps.
Didn't get that last part.
Okay, so I just said that continuing to the question of your experience with Power Apps, the apps which you have built.
So can you share some real-time applications with Power Apps? So this is a big question here.
Oh, sure. So, sticking to the theme of what of MR in Power Apps, the app that I talked about earlier on in the session was actually an app built by someone right here in South Africa. She stays in Cape Town, and she created a app that where if you like go on an online store and look at the catalog and see the various clothes that you would like, right? It's very tricky, especially for online stores, that to have an accurate view of how that piece would look on you, right? So having the ability to leverage the power of mixed reality and Power Apps to create these files that very closely mimic the clothing that you would see in an online store, and you bring that into reality where you can look into a mirror and have that garment superimposed onto your body, and you can see how those clothes would fit, how they would look. So something like that is very practical, and also it's very fun, not just for the people building, but also for the people using. It's very mindful to think about these various metrics when we're creating things that help people, that we shouldn't make it very tedious, very boring. We should actually involve some sort of fun so that when the people are using these apps, they enjoy using them. And that's what mixed reality and other components of the platform like AI Builder bring into it. And that's some of the stuff that I like about the platform.
Okay, yeah, that was a really cool application of Power Apps, which can be used in real life. So just to mention, Brian also mentioned some of the use cases. So I'll just summarize all of those use cases here. So he mentioned one like imagine if you are having GLB files in your organization and you just need to display just an app. So why not display through a Power Apps, where you can just simply import those 3D models and show in any way which you want. And like it's like actually viewing the model here in the mobile, and you have view in mixed reality feature, so you can show that model in real time also, like in real place where you're sitting right now. The next use case which he mentioned was like imagine if you are working in a retail, so you can just have a device that customers can use for previewing the size of your product. So not actually showing the products to them, but you are showing the product. So it's basically a contrary statement. So you're not showing the product actually, but you're virtually showing it. So it's a use case. So like the customer can customize it in his own way. He can look in his own way. So there's no hard and fast rule of showing a product here. And yeah, so Dauda also mentioned that he's focusing his company on Power Apps. So that he also mentioned that his company will be the first company fully focused on Power Apps in Ghana. So yeah, that's a great thing. All the best for that, Dauda. Yeah. So
Dawood is always doing big and great things. So we look up to him.
He's the big
yeah,
boss.
great shout out to Dauda too. So like, he inspires all of us. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So Tejas, do you have any question for Gomo?
Yeah, my question for Gomo and Hemantika, can we integrate Azure Machine Learning Studio with Power Apps, and what can we do with that? Yeah, people will love to know about.
I think this is something that Hemantika knows very well. Do you want to speak on that?
Yeah, Hemantika is he was a speaker at Build too, so yeah, she has a great experience. Yes. Hemantika, are you there?
I think she's stuck. Hold on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while she comes, I think Homo could reply for that.
Sorry?
Like
this is Azure ML.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can so what I like about some of the Azure services is that you are the ability to consume these services via the use of APIs. And this kind of dips into the concept of the powerful dev, where even if you come from a Java background, a .NET background, a IoT background, any services that you are used to, whether it be Azure ML, Logic apps, any kind of things like that, you can be able to integrate them very easily into Power Apps. And I think it's very beneficial for people with those skills to not look at Power Apps as a way to, some people look at it as the easy way out or the easy way into the industry, but they can use that to supercharge their development experience and use that to make their development much quicker and much easier to use. So definitely, if you feel like there are things within the platform that do not either resonate or do not or there are things that you would like to incorporate, and if you can, then you're more than willing to do it.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so I guess these are the questions that we have, and we are running a bit out of time too. And so yeah, so this was really great. So this was Gomo's first event, and this was my first experience with Power Apps too. And this I really felt great, and I hope all of you felt that great too. Power Apps is really great. So shout out to the whole team of Power Apps there.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'd just like to thank Gomo for taking out time from such a busy schedule. I know your new job keeps you a lot busy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you
that's
again
I'm fine. This is what we've always been doing as a group, and it's something that I'll always do into the future. So anytime I will make myself available.
Yeah, that's so great of you, and that's so kind of you too. And thank you, MSInspir, for hosting, collaborating with us and hosting the session. So Sundar is from the MSInspir team. So Sundar, do you have any last words?
Last one, I do have a question for Momo. So now so he's in the Power Apps company. Now I'd like to directly ask him. So when we are getting the native Android support, instead of like right now we are doing like if we want to implement a Power App, we need to install the Power Apps from Google Play Store. So when are we getting the native export support?
Sure. That is actually something that I wouldn't know, because I think that would be more of the product team that would be that would understand when and how and when that would come out. So as much as I am within the Power Apps team, there's various divisions, and also I don't think they trust me enough to tell me everything yet. So but as soon as but as soon as I know, and as soon as I figure that out, I will let you guys know.
Sure, that's because we can do many things. We can do many things, and if we want to do it in mainstream, we need the export capability. So
Sure.
It comes soon. I hope.
Makes sense. Right.
Okay. So yes,
okay, so it was great. So just go and check out make.powerapps.com, where you can find many tutorials. Check out this together mode feature too, which is really great. So yeah, this is our first time going live with this together mode, and we are really liking it. Yeah, so that's it. I hope we can conclude this session here today.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you, viewers. Thank you all of you joining.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah, do subscribe to MS.
Yes.
Yes.
Do subscribe.
Bye bye.
Bye.